Hi guys, it's almost Christmas, which means I am almost on YouTube for 11 years now. Pretty cool stuff. Now, I may not be able to make a Christmas video, so I wanted to upload a couple of days ahead of time when I'm able to, because I work the next couple of days, so yeah. But I wanted to show off another mask. So this here is one I'm very happy to own. This one is the skull from Halloween 3 Season of the Witch. As you can see here, it has the Universal Studios copyright, and this is by Trick or Treat Studios. Now this mask is something that I've been wanting for a long time in my collection, because I love the movie and I've always really liked the way that it looked. I mean, it's freaking awesome, you know? Now, if you look in the back here, there's this bar, and that bar here is there for a reason. Now, I'm gonna get to it in a moment, but you have the, you know, Universal Studios stuff, and you have the product number and everything, or made in Mexico. Sorry, in the reverse, it looks like product number. I don't remember my own mask stuff. Leave me alone. This is the Silver Shamrock chip. Let me try to get it in a good light. There we go. You see Silver Shamrock Novelties. And it's thick. It's hard plastic, you know. Now, something interesting about this mask is that it was made by Trick or Treat Studios, where the original was made by Don Post Studios. The original skull was sculpted by Pat Newman in 1967. So this design's been out for a while. And although I never did get my hands on an original Don Post skull, mostly because I didn't know which ones I'd be getting. You can look on eBay and they'll say, you know, 1967 skull. You're not going to get a 67 skull if it looks like this. They looked completely different. They were brown at first, and they had all kinds of different looks to them, different tooth sculptures over the years. Some had a snaggle tooth, and just, you know, some of them were so small, like even a child couldn't fit them, because over the years it would shrink and shrink because, you know, the production molds. Every time they made a new mold, it would shrink a little bit. So you really don't know what you're going to be getting. They had different versions of it. They had a red one, the vermilion skull, as seen here, and later on they had what was called the Viridian skull, which was going to be released in 2012 by Don Post Studios. However, in 2012, Don Post Studios went belly up. Actually, they sold to a different company that liquidated all their assets, and that was that for Don Post Studios. It was really sad because, I mean, Don Post Studios was the premier mask maker throughout everything, you know, like from the very beginning. I mean, Don Post Sr. basically invented latex masks. Although the original skull was not latex, it was vinyl. So there's something else for you to know. Yeah, as you can see here, let me try to get in on there. It has these teeth that are just like beautiful, like to me. I love them. They're like rounded. It has 3 dimensions. They're not like just flat teeth. And if you look up here, you can see that it was stipple painted, you know, like they took a sponge. It was black underneath, and they took a sponge and they went over it. And it really brings out the detail, and I really love it. It's a really good look. I mean, you might think that it's a very cheap way to paint a mask, and it's true. It's a cheap way to paint a mask, but when it works, it works. I mean, if you airbrush this thing, it would not look as good, because then all of these little pits and everything would be filled in. So thankfully they didn't do that. However, I will say one thing about the Justin Mabry version for Trick or Treat Studios. It has nothing to do with anything that Justin did. He did an amazing recreation. Like, I can't even tell the difference myself. The only thing that I can tell the difference, the only way I can, is if I looked at it back, this was not originally on the Don Post version. But this bar here used to say copyright 1967 Don Post Studios. Or if they put, or I think it was Studios, might have been Productions, I don't know, but it would say like 1971, and they would keep adding dates onto it as they went along. But here, you know, it's flat because they don't, obviously they're not going to put Don Post Studios on it, but just the fact that it was sculpted in was such a great touch, and I love Trick or Treat Studios for doing that. Now, couple of things, couple of little nitpicks. Number one, when I received it, and I'm going to include it because I actually recorded myself unboxing it because I thought it would be in a box, but here's what happened. Let's see what's inside. So yeah, it was like flat as a pancake, but it pops right back into place, so we're good there. Now the perpendicular plate was not white. I went over it with just some white craft paint that you find at Walmart. It's the apple barrel stuff, the really cheap stuff. Yeah, it was perfect. So it matches it very well. I filled in that part and just like a little bit here because I thought it was a little too black, but pretty much all I did. I didn't paint anything else on this. However, something cool is these skulls, well, the original skulls would have a glow to them. Well, I'd say original. You know, some of them had a glow to them. Some of them even had, like, they were made of vinyl. They were made of glow-in-the-dark vinyl. That was pretty cool. But they didn't look exactly like this. They were just, like, really green. But here's a shot what it looks like glowing in the dark. You know why? Because I made it glow in the dark. That's right. This version is a glow skull. How did I do that? Well, I bought some cheap glow in the dark paint from Walmart. It's in the craft section, just like the white apple barrel paint. It's like right above it, hanging on a peg. It's the same price, like $2 or something. I went over this thing with it, and I could not be happier. I don't think it'll glow for you right now because my camera doesn't pick it up. But showing you what I showed you just now, that was after I just hit it with a black light, and I quickly took the black light away, and then I took a picture of it. The glow lasts for a long time. It's obviously not going to be as strong at first, but the more coats you put on it, the more it'll glow. I have 2 coats on here. And you can't tell. I mean, it doesn't give it a greenish look or any kind of strange look. It's perfect. It looks just like it did whenever I got it. But it really does pop whenever it glows. So it's absolutely great. I want to get some more zooming images. We'll get a shot of the inside. As you can see here, it's white latex. Well, flesh colored latex. And I don't know what this 1739 is written on the inside. I don't know. I guess that's a 1739th pull of this mask, maybe. And you get a stamp, I guess an inspection stamp. Whoever inspected it. But yeah, I love my skull because it glows and it's great. Everything's awesome. As far as size goes, I can't wear it. I can, but I can't. If one little modification were made, which I'm too afraid to do. See, right here, there's just, see right there? See how it puckers just the slightest little bit, that little shiny white part? That little excess piece. In fact, I can see how I can cut it. It would just go bloop. That kind of digs into my eyelid, so I'll wear it and it's like this. So it's kind of uncomfortable. I'm going to show you what I mean here. I'm actually going to put it on. I'm going to show you this one. I don't know how well you'll be able to hear me. Okay, I was actually wrong. It's this side. Okay, so this side is the guy that's in my eye. This side's fine. So, I don't know what I was looking at. So, it wasn't this shiny thing. It's this thing here, but it's even with the other side. So if I were to mess with it, it wouldn't look even. But it looks kind of cool to be able to recreate, you know, stuff from the movie. I was thinking about maybe putting in like some roaches and stuff coming out of it, like the kid in the movie with the pumpkin, but I want to do that with a pumpkin. This one didn't show doing that. So other than that, it fits my head great. Like, if it wouldn't be for that one thing, in fact, right now, for some reason, it's not even bothering me. Like, I don't know, not really. I mean, it is a bit, but not to the extent it was the first day, so I don't know what's up. Very breathable. So if you get a version, if you get a copy, you might be okay. Alright, I'm going to show you what it actually looks like. Okay, see that lip right there. It's like, yeah, see how there's a little excess? I might just go ahead and trim it up because I do see now that it is excess. I have better lighting right now, so I'm able to see it better. But yeah, this is the skull from Halloween 3 Season of the Witch from Trick or Treat Studios. I always want to catch myself because I always want to say Downpost Studios, but no, this one was sculpted by Justin Mabry. And I love it. I hope you will too. Go get it. It is the cheapest of the 3 Halloween 3 masks. I actually got this off of Amazon for like $22. So a steal, like a literal steal. Well, not literal. You know, I didn't steal it, but I kind of feel like I did. I got it on a pretty good sale because I have this this browser plugin called Honey. I don't know if you ever heard of it. I don't know if. Look, I'm not recommending this thing. I don't know. It might be like tracking everything I do and selling my stuff, whatever. I don't know. But it checks to make sure you're getting the best price, and if not, it links you to the best price on another page on Amazon or whatever. So I was able to do that with Honey. I got $22 for it. I paid for $22 for it, and I'm trying to get the pumpkin and the witch. Those are a little bit higher. They're like in the 30s and 40s, so I'm hoping that a sale happens and then maybe it'll go down a bit. Whenever it comes to mass-produced masks, and I do consider this mass-produced, I'm kind of a cheapo, you know. I don't really, I kind of want to save my money for the high-end stuff, you know. But as far as this goes, I can't recommend it enough. All you got to do is paint this up. What I did was, I want to go back to what I did. I totally forgot to mention this. I used a sponge, like a kitchen sponge. Just pew, 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 pew. Don't use a brush. Just do that with the paint. Same thing with the glow-in-the-dark stuff. Just, yeah. That way, I mean, it looks the best, and you don't accidentally glow the stuff that's supposed to be black. So, yeah, I just sponged over the teeth and everything. Worked out great. I love it. So, I know this review was kind of all over the place, but I don't know. This is completely unscripted, and I just wanted to show it off. So, Merry Christmas, you guys. Have a great holiday, and thank you for watching my channel, and thank you for being here. Some of you have been here for the whole 11 years, which, thanks, guys. So, yeah, take it easy. Have a great holiday, and I'll be back soon.